Good morning, you lovely people. Welcome back to FSL Day 2. Today, we're going to play the grand finals eventually, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We've got a ton of games to right away. We've got a great best of one. Who do we have in store?
Asterisk versus Pacific Pink, and I think this is the most hyped series. This is going to be the most hyped match for now, right? Of course, we talk about grand finals, right? But Asterisk versus Pacific Pink, the fact is that, you know, they are the top teams, right? Like the top of the top here.
Yes.
So whenever you see the top of the top going off against each other, it's always they just, you know, results in the most exciting matches.
I mean, we had some great games yesterday. We saw an amazing best of one between these two teams. There was the Morph Earthshaker one
combo
with a Void on the other
Void,
side. I mean,
ancient apparition.
yeah, it was just crazy. I mean, I'm hoping, like, we were disappointed yesterday because they couldn't have more games together, right? And so this is just the first best of one. Potentially they could play again later on, but now we know, like, Asterisk came out 3-0, right? They were undefeated, and throughout this entire FSL, right? I wonder if Pacific Pink will be the first team to dent that, you know, that record, so to speak.
I think they stand a very good chance, honestly. And if any team is going to take the game off Asterisk, it's going to be now, this match that's going to be, you know, coming up very, very soon, and it will be Pacific Pink. I think.
Are you calling it now?
I mean, yeah, okay. I'm just
Wow.
saying that there's a chance, okay? Because like when you look, when you look at the, let's say, Aurora versus X-Hate kind of matchup here, I think that is the most so far the most even mid matchup that I've seen. We saw, you know, Aurora, I think, actually losing to X-Hate, which is quite rare, honestly. Granted that the matchup wasn't favorable for her because it was a Mirana matchup. A Mirana mid isn't the most favorable sort of matchup ever, I think, in this meta right now. So Aurora did comment, you know, she did admirably for whatever matchup that she was given. But yeah, X-Hate obviously, you know, throughout the entire, all the games yesterday actually, she was just completely siding over every other mid player.
I mean, she's just an amazing mid player, and I think she's one of the strongest ones that we have. Now, it's going to be up to, I think, the last game they went up against it, Aurora didn't do as well, but I think that was kind of like with the Invoker pick. It's kind of difficult, it's a little slower paced.
Versus the Pugner, right? I believe.
Yeah, and that's kind of rough just starting out. Now, I think that the draft-wise, I think they can fix some of these problems. Get herself set up for success, so to speak, in this laning phase, which is also very, very important because Pacific Pink is all about tempo and just hitting those peaks and just kind of attacking as one, so to speak.
Okay. So the nice thing about these two teams is also that they have a very clear play style.
Yes.
Like they don't usually go for like, oh, I have to do immediate like counter kind of thing. But they play their own game and they rely on each other. They believe in each other, you know, and they're there to back each other up. You always notice that the teams are on the same page and they are always moving in the same direction. They have the same idea of how they want to win this game, which objectives they want to take, and all that kind of thing. So
before we go on, I just want to give we're going to have a little ongoing contest, so to speak. It's going to be on Facebook.
Oh, that contest.
It's going to be with One Esports, but basically we've kind of have a tandem with FSL, One Esports, and all of that. But basically on your Facebook, we need to make sure that it's obviously a public post, but you basically need to share on your timeline why or how Dota 2 impacted you, and then you need to do it #1 Dota 2.
O-N-E.
O-N-E, yeah.
One for, you know, One Esports, right?
One Dota 2. And then the second one is #OGYS.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can I do this just on Facebook only?
I believe it's Facebook only at the point.
Okay, so if I do it in a comment, let's say, maybe I'm watching the live video, do you think that might qualify?
I think it's only for today. I'm not exactly sure how that would work out.
Right, yeah.
We'll
it's
have
only,
an official post with all the official rules and everything, the T's and C's and everything. But mind you, what you are winning, the biggest thing is a prize. If you're outside of Singapore, you win a trip for 2 to come to Singapore, flight included. And you get to see the One Esports event that's going to be on December 20th.
Oh my goodness, I cannot remember. For the live
20th? We'll figure that out. Yeah, I think it's the 20th. It's the 21st. It's something like weekend. We'll figure out exact dates. But mind you, please post up. It's obviously going to be a public one.
It's a huge prize to win.
It's a huge one.
You got to come to Singapore and watch one of the biggest tournaments, you know, OG, Secret, EG.
I'm going to enter, even though I live in Singapore, I'm still going to go for the flights. I'm going to fly myself one way to the furthest place possible if I win, and just so I can get the flight back. Because if not, I can't come back home. which might be awkward. But that said, another thing to our sponsors, Dreamcore Super Salad Bounty Arena. We are here live. Come on down. It's 1 North MRT. If you're in Singapore, Elgato, Yahoo TV, Overdrive, and Aftershock. And of course, Ashley Rita Wong, what is your social media? How can they find you?
It's over here.
Actually, you can find me on Holler TV. It's a little different.
Holler TV. Maybe we should put Holler TV there, you know. Maybe.
But it's my name, Holler, and then okay, well we'll figure that one out as well.
We'll figure that one out after we head into the draft, which is already underway. And yeah, so let's just take a look at the heroes and you know what's been going on here.
What? We see a Brewmaster. Love it. Love it.
Brewmaster.
Definitely not meta.
Hero come up? Yeah, definitely not meta.
But interesting bans. I mean, Faceless Void was banned, Shadow Demon, of course, and Leshrac. Those are very, very strong. Obviously, Asterisk knows how to play all three. The Morphling, Asterisk is maybe a respect ban at this point.
Right.
Coddle, of course, very
Just
strong, and
annoying
Tiny
in
is just
general.
very strong as well. So,
right.
Phantom Assassin.
Wow.
oh, they're going right into it.
This
Okay.
is a really hard PA game, isn't it?
It is, I mean, you're looking to blow people up, right? The Gyro, okay. The Kunko pick is nice there to kind of just deal with the PA who's going to be jumping in. You got the ROM and the whole sustaining and just like making a longer team fight, which is what you're trying to do. I'm not a huge fan of the Wyvern pick of the Abaddon Gyro Lina because of the fact that, you know what I mean, you want melee, right? And they're going to bash each other. And in this case, they're kind of be spaced out. And if, you curse the Abaddon, but I mean, he's got borrowed time. Who are you going to curse? Gyro?
Gyro? No, not really either.
So it's very interesting with that. Now,
But
Asterisk, sorry.
Okay, sorry. I was just, remember that Asterisk always plays a Wyvern, right? Wyvern seems to be a staple in their lineup. So Winter's Curse was never really used so much as to get a big AoE control out of everybody. In the game that they played against Brand Esports, I believe. The Winter's Curse was actually used to control like BKB targets. So maybe that is just a function, if Gyro turns on the BKB, right?
Yeah. And it is a
You
BKB
just
hero,
put-
so
You
it makes
just
sense.
put the curse onto Gyro, and then you waste the entire duration of the BKB, or a lot of it at least.
It makes sense. But, I mean, okay, I guess in that sense, why would you pick the PA into this? Like, what about the PA? Like, you saw the Abaddon, Gyro, and Lina. Like, why would you pick the PA?
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure. Magic is like, I want PA.
Okay.
Give me PA. I'm feeling the crits today.
Okay. I mean, crits are all about skill. Obviously,
That's right. You just need to toggle it on and off, and that's how you get your crits.
Easy peasy. I don't know how to turn it on. I don't have a button on my keyboard
Because
apparently
you didn't
to turn it on.
purchase Dota Plus Premium, that's why.
No, I have Dota Plus.
Yeah, Premium.
Premium. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like
Oh, I
a
like
new
that.
tier, okay? And
I
that basically
know.
unlocks all your crits on your bashes and that kind of thing. So
This is
basically,
news
it
to me.
removes RNG and it makes you a better player, obviously. So that's what you have
Pay
to do.
to win.
You have
How do
to
I sign up?
purchase. You have to get an invite luck because it's so exclusive.
Oh my gosh. So you're saying I
plebs-
don't have it, and then
plebs like us
B, I'm
don't
not
have
even
access
invited to it?
No, you're not invited. Nah, well, we all aren't if it makes you feel any better.
Wow. Okay, great. Okay, now you have a Sand King. This is a last pick Sand King. Usually, this is very weird because Sand King is usually it's like first phase
This is a
pick
pretty
material,
fast
right?
draft, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, they've done their
So
homework.
fast, like.
They're ready to go, right? But why the Sand King last as opposed to? I mean, they were kind of showing that Abaddon was the off lane, and then they're going to turn the Abaddon into
a
a 4?
4 instead, right?
Or maybe
it
Sand
could
King
be
is
a Sand
4.
King 4, yeah.
Interesting. I prefer the Abaddon 4. I think Sand King, you need some items. And I love the Abaddon 4. I played it myself, so. But
That's what you won the most MMR with?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. It's actually top 3 rated hero of mine now because you can't. It's very difficult to lose with the hero because he just does so much, right?
Right.
But what do you think counters all of this? Right? I don't think you have a mid here. I mean, yeah, you can play the PA mid, but you're going into a Kunkka. I think they've shown that.
Quaspex Invoker again here.
Really? Into the Kunkka?
Okay. You could also run this as a position. No, okay. Actually, I think would you have a Lina 5 or the Abaddon 5 here? Actually,
Ooh.
You think
Actually,
about it.
I think Abaddon could be a better 5.
5, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you
With
need less
Abaddon.
items with it. I think
Yeah.
Lina, you need something to kind of just get her going. Lina 4 is very strong. Abaddon 4 is strong, but I think Abaddon is more flexible, so that
Okay.
you could actually put him as a 5.
Okay.
But like you have a little bit of push with the Shaman and the Asterisk side. You have deep push with the Wyvern. Obviously, you have the right-click action of the PA, you need kind of, I mean, you have an initiator with Bruce. I'm just trying to see where the gaps could potentially be in that lineup and what they're
They
thinking.
need a little bit more magic damage, I feel.
Okay.
They are severely lacking in that area. They have control from the Shaman as well as the Brewmaster, but I think right now they need to tide over that early to mid game with magic damage instead.
Yeah, but I feel like
So-
Pacific Pink is just all about sustaining, right? Kunkka, Abaddon, these Sand
Yeah,
Kings, they're just
they
like
can take
prolonging
long
the fights.
right? Yeah.
So you need something to kind of deal with that. They want to fight long, you need something to do that as well. Okay, Rubik, wow. Is this going to be a Aurora
Wow.
mid?
Aurora Rubik? Oh no, it's a mid Brewmaster maybe?
No.
No, it's still
It's
off
got to
mid,
be
yeah.
a mid Rubik.
It's going to be a
Dandy.
mid Rubik. Oh my
Dandy.
goodness.
Excellent.
Oh, what a game, man.
Okay, but there's so many things that you can steal. Obviously, a ton. Everything from Alina is good. Kunkka, not bad. If you can get the boat, Sand King, this,
just about anything. from
everything. The
Sand
Bro
King is good
Strike,
as
the Gyro as
yeah.
well. So, yeah, this is a great Rubik game, but it's the risk of playing it mid. I mean, yeah, we see it. It works, right? But the thing is that I haven't seen Aurora play Rubik mid. But
No, but you know,
I-
I think maybe it's just Asterisk flexing right now. You know, showing off like,
Ooh.
hey, you know, these are my
Yeah.
hero pool. This is the extent of my hero pool.
okay.
Yeah.
So we know the lineups. We know what everyone's going to be playing now. Who do you like going into this game?
Okay, Pacific Pink to me has a more stable, conventional kind of lineup, and I really like, you know, they have, it's a very textbook style.
Yeah.
Look, great range. What do you call it? Range, physical, magical damage, and tanky heroes
Yeah.
and damage dealers. Like I struggle to find gaps in the Pacific Pink's draft, honestly.
Yes. Yeah.
So Asterisk, on the other hand, I feel like they kind of lack a little bit of damage
Okay.
here.
Okay.
It's going to be very heavily reliant on Rubik to, you know,
Yeah.
set the pace for the game. And if the Rubik does well, I think Asterisk will do well. But I
yeah.
think for Pacific Pink, you know, they just have to generally settle your lanes, do okay in the lanes, and once they come together, they're very strong.
But what side of the fence are you on?
Pacific Pink.
You're gonna go with Pacific Pink.
I'm gonna go with Pacific Pink
All right,
because
I'm
you
gonna-
remember that I want to see somebody take a game of Asterisk. It's not
Yes,
fun to always
yes.
see somebody sit right at the top of the table.
Right,
You know,
right,
you want to see
right.
them get taken down here.
Okay, so I agree 100% with what you said. I think Pacific Pink, their draft is superior. I think that Asterisk, though, until they've proven me wrong, I will ride this train. So I'm going to go with Asterisk on this game.
Okay.
I think that they're going to be able to do it. I think this Rubik thing is just going to blow us all away.
All right.
All right.
We're gonna
If
have
not-
some FY Rubik plays here.
Right. Well, I mean, FY's the 4, but we'll see more of Dendy-ish plays.
Okay. Right. Okay.
But
that
if-
will make
if-
me go Dandy who?
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping to see that. Now, if Asterisk, though, if they prove me wrong and they make me look like a fool on stream, I'm going to go have some words with them after this game. Okay?
Words only, right?
Words only. It depends on how bad it gets. But we're going to go in. We got the game loading up right now. Okay, so...
Oh no, it's doing the zoom in thing again. Okay.
oh, no. What have we done?
Sometimes it does this, you know, or I don't understand why.
Yeah. Speaking of which...
All right. So, well, let's just introduce you to some of the players from the side of Pacific Pink who are going to be on the Radiant. The Gyrocopter will be played by Sherry. Abaddon, that's going to the offlane, will be played by Naomi. Lena will be played by KJ. Kunker, who's going to the mid lane, will be played by X-Hate. And Sand King, NM, will be going into that offlane as well. Is it going to be a try-off?
Yeah, I mean,
Can
they definitely
Gyro
do this...
solo?
I mean, they do fight for the
Oh,
bounties.
so they want to do the fight for the bounties in
Yeah,
2v bot kind of thing,
yeah.
right?
But
Oh,
I mean, they did this yesterday as well. They rotated 4, right, just to make sure that they've secured it. They even look for first blood. They do have enough stuns to kind of secure it if they need to.
yeah, stuns galore.
They do. But the thing is that NM, I mean, you can go Bro Strike first, but
Not
she hasn't
ideal.
skilled anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean,
not-
she's the 4, so she's the roamer on this one.
Right.
But that said, on the Asterisk side, if we're looking at it, we're going to have Magic on the PA, Kimchi on the trusty Winter Wyvern, Aurora on the Rubik, Jia on the Shadow Shaman, and Bada Bing on the Brewmaster. We have high hopes for the Brew.
Yeah, we have high hopes of the Brewmaster solely because it's just not meta hero. We don't see it often, and yeah. All right, so it looks like
Yeah. So they've scattered it out top, and they're just going to disengage.
Yeah, it's gonna
Not
be
worth it, right?
yep, not
So-
the worth. So it's just gonna be 2 runes apiece. And yeah, all right. So again, the wards are being dropped in the same position as before. here. This observer ward here that doesn't block out the camp. And this ward normally, is dropped over here, but sometimes it's actually dropped nearer here so that they can actually watch the pool. Hold on, I can't draw up here. Yep, watch here so that they kind of watch the pool. So the warding the warding is actually quite standard. Seems to be quite standard coming out from both teams. So maybe if they'd done some homework, watched a bit of the games, I think probably you might have. You probably might have noticed where they ward, and we would get up to the wards. Ooh, a stun coming out from KJ, lands on Kimchi, breaks some of the trees so that Kimchi can no longer hide in the trees, and she always does that with the Arctic Burn. She basically just sits in the trees and then hits away. With that range that even Lina generally cannot compete with. Lina already, having a lot of range, like one of the longest ranges, I think, in the game.
Yeah, one of the longest. I mean, the right-click action is just so strong. Obviously,
it's so annoying.
Yeah, it's difficult to deal with. Obviously, she knows the limits of her hero. I mean, one thing I'm not a huge fan of this Winter Wyvern is that you have the Arc Burn, but it's a 50-second cooldown.
Yeah,
right. I feel like the laning phase, you need a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like an ogre who can constantly get in your way and also throw out those fire blasts or bloodlusting where required. It's a slower pace, more defensive, passive hero, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But that said, Magic, apparently that's all she needs, right? Because she's gonna get farmed no matter what.
Right. So this is actually quite problematic where, your lane here, you hit level 2 on the off lane before your safe lane here. So, basically, actually, it gets a lot of kill potential with the Sandstorm as well as the stun here, which I think they might be going for here. She could get a stun up here, followed up stun from KG as well. Would he be able to get anything? The Sandstorm is doing a lot of damage, but Magic's going to blink herself away. She's dropping very low already, does have a south, so she's going to be just fine, I think. It's just that, hitting level 2 first there results in, that kind of kill potential. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's under tower. She's just got to, NMN is doing a really good job in terms of spacing and making sure that they're able to kind of take advantage of the lane, and they're stronger laners.
Right. This is a super strong lane, right? I think have they played this lane before, Sanking, Lina? I think in the playoffs, in the group stages there, I think I've definitely seen this lane before. And you will always see KJ fishing for stuns.
Right.
She'll basically just keep, spamming out the stuns, not too worried about mana because she has the Ring of Basilius and will go straight into a magic stick here.
Naomi was actually trying to do a pull or a stack. Unfortunately, she was going to go for the stack now, but Jia was in the way, and they were just kind of trading blows in the bottom lane. That's just something to note is that the support play by Jia, she's kind of always there at the right time.
Right. Positioning, very important, right, for Shaman here.
Yeah.
So Sherry opting to go for homing missile and flat cannon instead. No points into rocket barrage here.
Yeah, I mean...
Alright, so talk me through gyro builds, right? It could be quite flexible. You can either, you can choose to max your rocket or your homing missile or your flag,
I think it comes down to the fact that the brews, you're going to keep, you know what I mean, like the whole evasion thing, right? So that it's not as good, whereas opposed to the missile, you're guaranteed damage, you're guaranteed the stun. So that's kind of probably what she was thinking. Now, Naomi's getting very low.
The Shackle's going to come out as well, but she does have the Evolved Shield on, so she's kind of tanky, but she is dropping very low, and Sherry, with a lot of damage coming out from her, will dissuade them from coming in. First blood has yet to be spilled.
Yeah.
With both, Abaddon as well as PA on top, just now dropping very low. I believe Abaddon will probably have to, we'll try to suicide, I suppose, wait for that last 50, maybe give some more health to your, let's go.
Yeah, so this is the thing is that Naomi, she's playing...
one more?
She's so low.
She's got the correct?
Jia.
No, Jia, not enough, actually. No.
Okay.
She walks into tower range, but not able to get a kill into Abaddon.
Yeah, so actually the right way to play is that, if you're going to go Mystic Coil style, where you just spam in the heals, what you want to do is you want to just disperse all your health and your mana, and then sacrifice yourself to the T1 towers.
Right.
That's the right way to play. Right now, Naomi's doing it wrong, where she's doing a walk of shame all the way back to the fountain.
It's not worth it.
It's minimal.
Yeah.
It's minimal if you die. You give 30 gold to the entire team, you know what I mean? Which is nothing. And you come back faster and fresher.
As well, isn't it?
Sorry?
You could die to the neutrals instead.
If you do, but the thing is that the respawn timer is longer than when you would die to the tower.
The tower instead,
yeah, so that's why you would die there.
So you want to choose to die to the tower instead. And it's so early in the game right now. But
yes.
Speaking of early, it's going to be the 5-minute runes coming up. Jia already in position, but Sherry's going to zone her out. So Jia will have to settle for her own rune instead. The Lina has gone for both runes actually, secured both runes at top. So, yep. She's going to be very happy about it. There's a bottle on the Brewmaster actually, so it's gotten the rune for her.
Interesting, interesting. I mean,
Bottle and Brewmaster?
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because she's spamming the mana. It keeps it a little bit sustained. As long as you can guarantee it. Now, Gia needs to work a little bit harder in terms of securing those runes, making sure that the brew can get that. Because if not, it's a wasted item, right?
All right, so this Kunga Rubik matchup here, okay? So it's decently even, 27-10, 27-7 here, right?
Yeah. Actually, X8 was tearing it up in the beginning. Oh,
Okay, but hold on, NM getting a stun out onto 2. Very, very nice movement, but will she go down in the end? She's salving up right now. Okay, Magic, will she be able to finish off? Blinks forward. Last hit? Yes, the Magic getting the first blood on NM. With the help of Chia, you know, with that rotation coming in, I think they were tired of, you know, letting first blood wander
so
around.
NM there actually, last game, there was a game yesterday where she had actually completely juked out the enemy team. And she tried to do it again where she did like the U-turn as opposed to going down towards the tower. She got a little bit cute. She got caught out by Magic and she just gave up first blood.
She got predicted, basically.
Yeah.
All right, so now instead, you know, since the Shaman has rotated top, Kimchi will be the one coming down to take care of Bada Bing for a bit.
So I like the rotation by Gia. I think that this is what she wanted to do because the whole
rotation coming in. Yeah, she's got an arcane rune as well. Already level 4, honestly, doing very well for herself. She should be waiting around for the Kunkka, but it's going to be a very hard kill. But now as she moves forward, can you lift up the Kunkka? She does have Torrent actually. You can lift up into Torrent. Jia's still waiting around.
Okay, so Jia here has Tranquil Boots, but she's got Arcane Boots queued up. Is this just a matter of just too many shoes? Is this shoe shopping?
Yeah, you know about how like women really like shoes?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's one thing. But there's also the other thing where, you know, you have 2 feet, right? So you obviously need 2 shoes for each. One for each foot, right?
Duh. My bad.
You mean to say you don't get 2 shoes?
I not in Dota. I one-foot it. I hop it around. I hop around kind of thing.
Alright,
Maybe
so
that's why my rotations are so slow.
Yeah, that's right. With 2 boots, you move faster, you know? Yeah. Alright, so we just saw, you know, X8 trying to go on to the Winter Wyvern, but the heal coming out first, you know, negating a lot of the damage that was coming in from the boat as well as the Torrent. And yeah, she'll be just fine. So it's a very quiet game, huh? Very uncharacteristic, isn't it? Like, I would think these two teams are quite the brawlers and, you know. Alright, but let's hope that something goes out right now. And it's level 6 already. It does have does not have Epicenter, but has 3 points into Power Strike. Gets stunned out onto Kimchi. Kimchi's gonna fly away. Winter Wyvern, flap your wings, go away. Magic is just, you know, not too interested in fighting, honestly. She just wants to get the farm out and, you know, just... But, you know, look at the entirety of Pacific Pink, with the exception of Gyrocopter. They're all hanging around here. They're all hanging around in the jungle.
Yeah.
So, do they want to go on to this tier 2 already?
They might want to. I mean, they've done so much push. This is the power of the Sand King against, you know, a melee carry, is that it's very difficult to lane against, right? And so Magic is trying to do what you can. If we're looking at the net worth, the top 3 are run down by Radiance. This is Pacific Pink's bread and butter, is they like to win the laning phase, and they kind of snowball off of that. Asterisk, on the other hand, yesterday, where they've been able to face the adversity and to kind of come back, Magic has been able to get some sort of farm. She's still tops on her team, but she has a little bit of catching up to do.
Alright, looks like a fight will be breaking up. Bada Bing TP's in as well. They get the X-Mark spot, and then looks like they take down the Shaman immediately. There's a lot of magic damage coming out, but still the Shaman still lives in the end. Sorry, Aurora still living in the end, and then Aurora should be able to do anything. They pop the split, and they're going to throw up the Kunkka in the air. Kunkka, you don't get to play Dota for a bit. And let's look at Jia. She's going to get a Hex off as well, and then looks like it'll be first thrown down under the Sentry Warp. Beautiful control, and the control up for the Sand King as well. Woo!
Ooh, they look like they turned this around. That was like 5-man team fight with Gyro still farming bottom, staying away. Now, I think that they probably should have, in Pacific Pink that is, they probably should have disengaged, realizing that the numbers game was not to their liking, and they kind of just backed off. You've created the space. You don't need to continue a 4v5 fight, which is disastrous at this point when you've lost 4 people.
They did take down the tower here, right?
They did. Gyro's just pushing. Yeah, so
but
she
was it worth
space.
3?
I don't know about that. Yeah. If we're looking at net worth lead, it's like you have a 2K net worth lead, 1K, it's around there.
Okay.
But you're down kills. You haven't got a single kill yet. That is definitely a little worrying.
They have 2 towers to compensate for 4 kills.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of a wash right now, but you have more space because you've taken more towers.
Okay. Alright, so it was quite funny just now initially. Abaddon was not able to deward this one up here. Had to wait for the Lina to come around. And it was unfortunate that on the side of Asterisk they didn't have a counter sentry to remove that.
It looks like Pacific Pink have secured the top rooms, the bottom with Asterisk.
Right, 2 runes apiece again.
So, like, at this point, I'm wondering when you know, Pacific Pink is going to continue. Sorry, Asterisk is going to look to take towers on their own. Right now, it seems like they're reacting to movements of Pacific Pink, but they're not actually being assertive and taking like the bottom tower, which is unattended to right now.
Right. But who can really take towers except Shaman, isn't it? And Shaman isn't quite 6 yet, actually.
He's six. It's 6 now.
All right,
Yeah.
she tomed it up, I think. Yeah. She took a tome, read a book, became smarter.
Yeah, that's usually how it is. But again, this is just the power of the Sand King. He's just continue to push. I love the fact that she's not giving up the lane. She just needs to keep pushing. I don't know why they're backing out right now. As I compliment them, they just do the exact opposite of what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it looks like bottom lane here. She'll be cutting the creep wave as she knows that they're going to be pushing tier 2. But do you really trade your tier 2 for this bot tier 1?
Yeah.
Really, you do it at
No,
this
I
point in
mean,
time.
like all you're trying to do is just create a little bit of space for Magic, and she's kind of running around the jungle, trying to find some sort of space. Now, on the bottom end, you got to take what you can get. It looks like they're going to fight. They got the mid T1, and there's going to be, I think, a fight.
Breaking up here, yeah, okay, the split has been popped as well. They're going to toss up the Sand King, Cyclone up in the air. Will the Sand King just drop back down, immediately get stunned up as well? Aurora here is going to finish it off with the zap.
Okay,
Aurora actually stole Gold Ship here, so let's see if she can make something happen out of that.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's gonna end already. No, she's gonna end. Yeah, right there. She's gonna figure it out. She stole, but you know what? She's gonna be able to steal something else. Let's see what valuable thing she can get out of this. Jia is homing missile onto her. She's right under the tower, but you know what? Friends in the neighborhood, you're gonna come forward now. Can they get anything on? Is there gonna be a Winter's Curse setup? No, not really.
Yeah, I mean, they disengaged at the right time. It was kind of tough, but Jia getting very, very low. She does need to be a little bit careful, especially with Tidebringer just doing so much work from the far ends.
Yep.
Now, it looks like there's a smoke coming from the Radiant side from Pacific Pink in the middle.
All right.
They really want that T2.
So they really want that tier 2. They've been pinging it out a bit. The lines have been drawn. Gonna go towards tier 2. Again, oh my goodness, I think they've caught out the Winter Wyvern. They're gonna pull her up, stun her, and you know, Laguna to the face right now. Yeah, but you know, at the end, the Winter's Curse is expended, and now Aurora's gonna steal. She stole Laguna Blade. Actually, that's gonna be a big chunk of damage.
Yeah, that might not be bad.
That might not be bad actually.
Yeah.
You lose your position 5 in order for your mid to steal Laguna Blade.
Yeah.
I think that's okay still, right?
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It was a 3-man rotation here, but
Yeah.
if they get a tower out of this might be
Right.
a little bit more disastrous than you would think, because that means there's a whole lot of map control here, and there's basically no space in Magic Farm. And while the Brewmaster is actually has taken that bot tower as well, it feels like it's tier 1 for tier 2, and it's still really not that worth.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the Winter Wyvern Kimchi, she ended up tanking the smoke. She died, yes, but she gave up Laguna Blade, so
Yeah, I think it's,
not that
it's
bad.
fine. It's fine,
Yeah.
honestly. This is a very.
What?
This is the life of a position 5, right?
And here's the thing, Pacific Pink has kind of taken all of the top T2, and so they have all this space, and they've taken over the jungle of the Dire team.
Right.
So this is great.
So Magic is going for a Battle Fury. Do you think this is the way to go here?
I think so. You need some way to fight. Desolator will let you fight a little bit faster, but Battle Fury is the long-term play.
Yeah.
It is a little greedier.
Yeah.
But I think that you have, like, I don't think the game is... Ooh!
Ooh, okay, she's gonna immediately Laguna Naomi to the face, trigger the borrowed time as well. So you can lift her up, drop her down, and immediately take her down. So that was the immediate borrowed time trigger. They're not gonna be able to find the Sand King in the trees with TP out. So, well, the great use of the Laguna Blade. And at mid lane here, yeah, they got a Winter's Curse onto the Lina actually, and they do manage to take her down. The Hex out of the Sherry. She's gonna be able to drop down the call down as well. And looks like Jia will be going down, followed up with the bolt on top of her. She gets pooped down immediately. They're gonna try to slow down X-Hate with the rest of the team coming in from the flank. Here they're gonna be flanking over. Stolen. Well, she stole Gold Ship again. Oh no, the boat. Can she lift her up right now?
Slowed.
Yes. He pulled her up as well. Drop her down. In the end, X-Hate is gonna be able to push her to Torrent, but it's gonna catch up to Magic. And she's going down before.
Very well played. Very well played.
That was
The
beautiful.
only thing that I wouldn't have done is Jia was overstepping her boundaries with that shackle. Like, shackling it for nobody, right? There were no cores nearby, so that's probably not the right play. She paid with her life, but that said, they did get X-Hate on the back end of that, bought a little bit of time for the cores to eventually make their way in.
Yeah.
I mean, you stolen the boat, you got X-Hate, so all in all a win.
Yeah, I think that was beautiful. And you know the slow, right, on the slow was deliberate from the Winter Wyvern, the Splinter Blast, right? Just so that they could steal, they could slow down X8 and not Sherry, because X8 was much lower, right? So I think that was the more certain kill.
Yeah.
So that slow was crucial, honestly, in allowing them to catch up.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
back to Magic going Battle Fury, I think it's the right play. Your team is not dying anytime soon, right? We're going to assume at least another 15 minutes. I think you have enough space to do that. You can get it. I think that Magic is playing this properly and looking for the late game.
All right,
this is like the
right.
Midas version of PA, right? Because it's going to help her scale in the end. Obviously, you don't want Midas on PA, but this is her equivalent of a Midas.
All right, so PA going for the long-term build
Yeah.
and looking, to not fight anytime soon. So,
Yeah.
We'll just not look at Magic for a while, and then
Yeah.
suddenly we'll see her, right at the top of the net worth and, far above everybody
Yep.
else. So it looks like Pacific Pink want to press the advantage right now. So they are just 1K net worth lead ahead. Honestly, that doesn't mean anything.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
honestly doesn't mean anything. And they want to take out as much map control as they can.
Right.
Probably they will smoke up here at the bot lane, and I think they want to push out that final, not final, the last this tier 2 here in the bot lane.
Yeah, but it seems like Pacific Pink is being ultra aggressive with their smokes. They're going to waste a lot of them earlier, just trying to secure some of these, get the ganks, and get a T2 out of it.
Oh, they might run
But-
into the PA here.
Yeah.
They're going to go for it.
They do see her. They do see her.
They do see her. There's a Shadow Blade
They
here.
get the
Oh, they
X.
get the X marks spot onto Magic. She's going to try to run herself out of this, but I think she's very much dead. There are TPs coming in, but no, she goes down in the
Cancel,
end.
cancel,
Killing spree.
cancel.
I think you should cancel it. No, Ja, what are you doing? She drops the wards in the end. Aurora's in the background
Oh,
here. What
Aurora's
she
there.
steal? She actually stole the Guna Blade again.
The
She's going to
boat.
be able to take down Lina as well. The boat is going to come out right now, and it looks like it's going to be avenge a lot of people, but even though, Ja as well as the PA do go down, what if people take down Sand King instead? Yes, Aurora with the plays.
They do
They
see
lived out the Kunkka actually. They under the sentry as well, but do they have any more stuns? Yes, they have a stun coming out. Any more vision?
Oh.
No, not enough. True This is a little bit too expensive. They managed to proc Borrow Time onto Naomi. They got the X mark spot onto Aurora right now. X is going to try to turn Torn onto the Rubik as well. Now she's going to got the Moming Missile on them. Sherry is showing up here, but
Oh,
no!
with the curse.
Beautiful Winter's Curse interrupts everything, and it probably forces them to disengage instead. But Bada Bing looking to go in, slows up Sherry. He's going to be tanking out a lot of that Rocket Barrage, and now Sherry in a whirl of Hurt. She's looking like she's going to go down. Not enough. Why the Torrent does it into 2. X is able to get away, I think, with the Shadow Blade, but that's going to be a 4 for 2, I think.
Yeah, I think it was, all in all, they got a 4 for 2.
A 4 for
They
2?
lost Magic early. That was an
And they lost
interesting
Jia as
fight,
well.
right? Like, just kind of coming in. Jia actually was TPing in. I thought it was really ballsy, but the thing is that her team and reinforcements were coming through, right? The Winter Wyvern Curse was amazing. That just totally secured it. They killed Abaddon. I mean, they killed 4 people on that one. And so, all in all, a great fight for Asterisk. I think they've completely turned that around. Now, Magic, how does she get back in? She's going back to farming and trying to get that Battle Fury. She's still a ways away, but she's going to get there eventually. She's about, I think, about 600 or so gold away. I can't do the math right now. I do not have my abacus, unfortunately.
It's about 300, I think.
Okay,
yeah.
done. Thank you. I'm glad one of us is good at math.
Yeah, don't worry. I just channeled my inner Asian, and pulled out the
yes.
math from there. All right, so yeah, you were screaming, don't cancel your TP, cancel your TP.
Yeah.
But Ja was like, nope, I'm just gonna, die
Doesn't
for
care.
this. I'm gonna
Doesn't
get
care.
hacked out as well
Yeah.
as the wards, and they
Yeah.
played around the wards as well.
Right,
A lot
right,
of damage.
right. One thing I think that could have been a little bit better was Bada Bing, right? I think that she went into Bruling form a little bit early.
Right.
I think that she should have got into the fight, tanked up some of the damage,
more
and then you do it
damage,
because you're in the
right.
middle of you're heart of the enemy team, as opposed to going Brulings and then just trying to chase people, and nobody wants to fight into that.
All right, so look at the steals coming out from Aurora, right? She's stolen Laguna Blade twice, Ghost Ship twice as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. To be honest, this is her worst steal, is the Mystic
Yeah,
Coil.
this steal so far, like I was looking at her, I was like, huh, Mist Coil.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
I think this is one of those things where Spella is not off cooldown, so I'll just cast it, right? But Naomi is being ultra aggressive.
Going after the illusion.
Okay. Yeah, but they're looking to go high ground?
Maybe. They do seem to be posturing quite aggressively here at the top lane. And if you look at Asterisk, they're on the other end of the they're on the other side of the
I
map
love
here.
it. I love it. Just
Yeah,
her game sense, just the
And
movements.
I mean, the thing is that Shaman does have wards,
Yeah.
so I don't think they should be threatening, they should be going to high ground here.
Yeah.
They do drop a ward here. It's going to spot them out. And yeah, now the Pacific Pink are going to TP away after having forced Asterisk back to base, or at least most of them back to base, because Ja's like, nope, I'm looking for opportunity. But Jia may be caught out here, or they might notice that she's around here. Yeah, look at that. Immediately Abaddon turns and, wants to go towards
What was that chick?
What was the chick doing there?
Friend?
Confused?
Oh, okay.
No, right. Look, Sand King is going to come
run.
forward. And oh no, Ja has been caught out
Yeah,
here.
that's
They
fine.
definitely know, she's going to TP
Perfect,
out of
perfect.
this.
The 200 IQ play.
200
Knew the stun was
IQ
used.
plays.
No way to stop you. Might as well TP on out. Well
That's
played by
true.
Jia. And look at the rotations. There's 4 of them of Pacific Pink. Just for that one shaman.
Woof.
Creating a ton of space. And this is the type of support that every team would need, is that you're creating all of this extra movement and wasting the time of the enemy while Magic is just happily farming in the top lane.
But a lot of time for Magic, honestly, because now she knows that.
Battle Fury, boom.
Battle
Desolator
Fury,
next.
Desolator. And do you think she needs a BKB to start fighting?
She will eventually, because I mean the stun, the Lina, the Sand King, all of these things, you're definitely gonna need that. But at this point, she's like, don't care, just go straight up damage. I'm gonna blow people up.
All right, but looks like they found somebody in the river here. It's going to be the Kunkka, but the Kunkka immediately gets pulled back by the X.
What,
and it will be
the
just
shackles?
fine.
Is
Yeah,
like
the shackles went back as well. All right, but looks like they're going to find the Winter Wyvern instead right now, who's going to be taken down. Will drop immediately the Winter's Curse onto the Lina, but she will drop first instead, and KJ lives. Even though Sherry was beating her up here, and it looks like Magic has joined the fight, and she'll be going on to KJ immediately and takes down Lina immediately. Oh my goodness, Bada Bing is going to be chasing for more. The stun out goes onto the Gyrocopter, but immediately gets stopped by the Fortitude, and it looks like X8 will be going into the background. A stun up onto the Kunkka again. Is that the one you really want to go onto? It's kind of tanky, but it's a little piggy. They're going for it. The Fortitude is going to try to save X8, but X8 goes down in the end. The shackles onto the Gyrocopter as well, and it looks like Bada Bing is very, very, very low. Will she be able to get herself out there? Yes, super ultra tanky. Sherry's going to try to go for more instead, but she doesn't really have friends. The Hex is going to try to dissuade her. She does have the Fortitude on, so she's not going to be taking too much damage, and they will disengage from that. They lose Magic for a mid any position
like,
4.
You lost. It was like a 2 for 2. You lost Magic, which is the biggest thing. I mean, X8 was trapped in the wards with the PA, not like a great position to be in. But again, Magic, this is the thing, is that you can't really fight without that BKB. So as you were saying earlier, maybe she should go BKB instead. But, I mean, right now, she's so close to the Desolator, she might as well finish it.
Oh, no, it's not to go for BKB, but, get the BKB first and then start fighting instead of joining fights right now. Because BKB, what do you call it? BKB Battle Fury doesn't do a lot of damage. And
you're right.
A bit contradictory, because one is a farming item, one's a fighting item.
Yep. Yeah, but I mean, agreed. Well, yeah, I mean, the whole balance that you're talking about and just buying items, probably a little bit better, but I mean, she's looking to blow people up. She wants those crits and she wants to kill it, especially against this Kunkka who's just going to out-sustain you. You need the crits to kind of blow him up.
Okay. All right, look at that. Stolen gold ship again.
Yes. Yeah. X8 is just throwing that out there.
Well, that's usually because you initiate with X into Torrent into Ghost Ship, right?
Yep.
So, and then after that, you don't have any other spell to cast.
Right. But one thing to note is that the Asterisk playstyle has been a 4 protect 1 in the sense of we're just going to get Magic to just carry us. Rubik don't really care. We're just going to create a little space and just steal some good spells.
Just having fun here.
She's kind of like having fun, sad, support-ish Rubik type player, because you're just looking to just steal the good spells, right? And just control the battle fight, the battlefield, that is. Now, Bada Bing, again, early with the Primal Splits, in my opinion. She needs to get in the fight, get all of her spells off, and then once you're in the heart of the enemy, then you do it. You don't want to be chasing guys in Primal Split mode. You need to understand how this hero would work, because the timing that you're in that split is just so short and you're so strong that you need to make sure that you're attacking everyone and you can control everyone.
Right. Okay. So, but very often she's actually not the first one into the fight.
True.
So, maybe that's the reason why. Yeah. I think she definitely should start, frontlining a little bit more, and to maybe not let the. But okay, I guess maybe because Aurora is just such a strong initiator.
Okay.
As well as Jia,
Yeah.
They are all initiators in their own right. So maybe that's why Bada Bing is just not such a feature in terms of frontlining here.
But that's crazy, because none of those the players that you said, Jia and these guys are not really initiators in terms of their hero.
No, they're not.
They don't have the items to initiate. But the way they play is like an
Okay.
But Bada Bing just kind of, I don't know if she fell asleep.
She's cosplaying as a tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes, you want to do that in a match.
I thought she fell asleep.
No, just being part of the trees. They're searching for Jia. Jia is probably known for doing this, that she wanders around in trees and she just pushes out the lane. And suddenly you see that, she's on her way to a BKB again.
Yeah, she's
going to get the 10 million year shackles off.
Yeah, no, I think that this is the right play, because you have Aether Lens, and so that's like from here to Malaysia, pretty much.
Malaysia,
so
without using your passport. So
exactly,
don't worry about it.
You might as well. Yeah, it's not a bad item.
All right, so we've come to a bit of a lull again in the game, and well, it's just 1K. 1K net worth difference, honestly. It's really not a big deal. People, there is going to be a BKB on X hit. Is this sort of like, the turning point here where they're like, okay, it's go time. We want to go and, we want to start fighting.
Yeah, I mean, the Shadow Blade here is you're basically forcing the enemy team to react to you. Somebody now needs to start carrying sentries and dust around, which is not, you normally didn't need that, and now you need to waste money doing that to kind of just deal with this Kunkka who might be coming in and out of the fight. She doesn't have the escape. It is definitely, do you have enough damage otherwise? Is the Gyro and the Lena picking up the slack? We'll see. But right now, with the whole Shadow Blade BKB, she's just looking to survive and just prolong the fights.
All right. So, okay, then what is the turning point here for maybe, let's say, Pacific Ping? Are they waiting for items? Are they waiting for something before, they start forcing the fight here? Or
well, one thing is Roche. This will start it off. Obviously, you're going for the objective. They think they're stronger. They have the team fight. And I think that they can burst Roshan down pretty quickly.
But look again, as they are taking Roshan, you look at where Jai is again here. She looks like she puts the wards down immediately onto the high ground and she's threatening this again. So very similar again, right? Remember to Brand Esports here, you always see Jai playing the Shaman and she's just got to TP away after forcing them back. So she knows now, you see, they are not able to really finish Roshan because the fight breaks out here and it looks like everybody's going to throw the bolt onto them. Sherry is still doing a lot of damage. Magic is very low in the end. She's going to get stunned up in the air. Oh my goodness, Magic goes down in the end. And it looks like, I think, Pacific Pick will be should be finished at Roshan for sure here. Aurora has come in. Yeah, Roshan goes down. The Aegis goes to Sherry and Magic not quite strong enough, taking the Rocket Barrage to the face.
It's crazy. You're down 7-14 in kills, and yet you're taking a 5-on-5, like somewhat risky Roche. Like you're going into the heart of it. But the thing is that with just being able to kill Magic, taking Roche, you know what I mean? Like, wow, like that's ballsy. It's very strong, knowing, understanding your peaks, and that you're up in terms of the net worth. It's very difficult to know without, the stats that we can see with everything and all the items, and we can do the math and we can figure things out. But they know that they're ahead, and they're taking advantage of that.
All right, Exit getting the putting the X into X hit onto Bada Bing here, but she gets dissuaded by Hex from Jia.
I mean, they have Aegis. They need to push this, right? Magic has just died. I mean, Magic really needs a BKB. Without that, she really can't be fighting anymore.
She is on the way to BKB. Bada Bing again taking a lot of damage. The Xbox spot is supposed to miss out to her, the Laguna play and all that kind of thing. But oh my goodness, it is the Winter's Curse that's going to try to break up the fight. But no, in the end, Bada Bing still falls.
Yeah. I mean, this is just the powerful Abaddon in the sense of, like, he can protect anybody that gets cursed. You know what I mean? So, well, you got the shield, you got ways to kind of just deal with it, the heal and all that stuff. And so this is coming back to the laning phase, and now it's kind of coming in with the fact that they do have a power, like, peak. And they're taking advantage of it. They're looking to go high ground. Yeah,
Aegis and high ground, Aegis in hand, they're going to go up high ground. Kunkka incredibly strong, a little bit low on the mana, but does have a BKB, so we'll be just fine. There's the boat coming up soon as well, but the bottom of the Brewmaster will be up soon, so looks like they will back away from here. Do they press the advantage? I'm not sure. Or they're still looking for Jai, actually, still channeling the Spirit of Alliance here.
Yeah, somebody needs to just, like, she's
this
constantly
Shaman,
pushing
honestly,
it.
NM has got eyes on Jia. She's going to ping her up, but no,
NM
not fast
went the
enough.
wrong way.
Is she going the fast way? There is a Abaddon coming in. She's probably got a TP out. Doesn't quite have the TP, actually. You're going to walk to the shop. The TP
Aurora.
is still on cooldown, actually. But Aurora on the top hand side here. She finds Sherry instead. She gets the Hex out, as well as the wards, the shackles.
They got her trapped in.
Nope, it's going to be taken off by the Photic Shield immediately. And it looks like now Jai's going to be in a world of hurt. Yes, they're going to drop her in.
You let her die, let her die.
I think you just let the Sand King die. Just let the Shaman die instead. And they're going to farm up the wards. It looks like uncharacteristic Mystics coming out from Asterisk here.
Yeah, I don't know that was so strong. I mean, okay, I think it's coming back to the whole Aurora Rubik play, or that pick at the very, very end. This is your trump card, right? And Rubik, the impact hasn't really been there. If we're looking at net worth alone, she's towards the bottom, right? Yep. She's under her, the brew.
The Brewmaster.
Right? And it's a little worrying because you need somebody to help out and create some sort of space. And she hasn't been able to get some good, I mean, she's gotten good spells stolen, like the Ghost Ship, but like the impact in the teamfight hasn't really been there.
Yep. All right, the X marks the spot. Goes on to Aurora again. She gets put up in the torrent as well. She lifts up the creep, stun the Kunkka actually, and she blinks away. With the Ghost Ship used on the Kunkka, so it takes off his own medicine. She's gonna get out of there.
I think Coco was confused. He's like, that's not
wait,
my
wait,
boat.
that's not my boat. No, that's kind of like my boat, but like you stole my boat.
Okay, but it looks like they're going to go high ground. I mean, they still have Aegis, so they do have a power peak.
Yeah, that's true, but I think the Aegis is going to expire very soon, so maybe they want to take a fight and force them to engage into this Aegis and pop the Aegis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well get free. This slow sustain, slow attack, you know what I mean, slow sieging. Just take what you can.
Yep, they
right?
break the tier 3, and now they'll be going in for the Rex. They're attempting to slow it out with the Splinter Blast, but what can they really do? Magic is pushing top lane, so she's not in the base, she's not going to be fighting Brewmaster waiting in the wings. Over here.
They do have backdoor though.
Invisible, yeah, they do have backdoor coming out. No, for a short while. I mean, there is a lot of damage and the creeps have come in. I think that's about it. But you know what? Look at that. Magic is going to be taking a bit of the Rex here. No, she's going to be go back. They force out the TP. Will they force the fight instead? Yeah, they lift up the Cooker. They drop her down instead. But they're not Buttermink trying to, bait out a little bit of damage. But the Winter Curse goes out instead. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but the Epicenter is going to be doing a lot of damage, but it's on, so it's not enough, it's not on the right people. They find the Shaman, they're going to put her back into it, but the heal's coming out from Ja as well. It looks like they're going to try to take down the Shaman, they're dropping out a lot of spells, and Shaman will drop in the end. Aurora has stolen the Epicenter, but again, it's not dealing enough damage. Magic has come back again. Ja has bought back as well. Now they're going to be chasing after Pacific Pink. Can they get any more? They're going to go for the Kunkka instead, but Kunkka's so incredibly strong. Storm going to come out from X8. Vision, hello, true side, not enough. Oh no, they're going to go for Naomi instead. Naomi no longer gets borrowed time, so she's going to get taken down. She's going to be collateral damage right now, but it's just one stand away from the Sand King. Will they be able to get more? Yes, Aurora is chasing after her. She does steal the Borrow Strike. Will she be able to find NM? NM is TPing out. No, Aurora TP's away to the creep wave here. She wants to.
She's going to push the lane instead.
This is going to haunt her for a while if she ever watches the replay.
Oh, they were right next to her.
Wait. And then they saw Aurora TP in actually, and now Sherry's on the hunt. I think she's going to fight Aurora. She puts call down again onto Aurora.
Oh no, Aurora taking a ton of damage.
The blade's going to take her down immediately.
Oh no. Okay, so they lost mid-Rax on that. They lost Abaddon on the end of that. And they also got Rubik now. So that is a huge win for Pacific Pink. They're setting themselves up for success. It's just a matter of the top and the bottom lanes.
Okay, Magic has the BKB now, but do they want to take this fight? They're going to be going for the shrines, and now Magic just jumps in immediately and takes down the Lina. Doesn't even need to pop the BKB. They should go instead now onto Sherry, but Sherry's not really want to go on. Sherry's kind of strong at the moment. X-Hit is going to be dealing a lot of damage, but the evasion is also going to be helping out Magic, and now Magic BKB duration off already. Now the Winter Curse is going to be onto the Gyrocopter, and Gyrocopter is Senki coming to help again as well. Now Magic going for Sherry instead, and now she's on the killing spree. She's going to pop the shrine. She's going to try to negate some of the damage. NM gets a double stun onto the two of them. X is actually going to TP out immediately and leave NM to dead. I think she's just going to die here. Leave NM for dead here. They're going to steal the no, but okay, the Sandstorm was
got another steal. Okay, so that was actually really nice. The boat rumble just kind of kept them all alive, and that's why PA was doing very little damage. She got the Winter's Curse to just kind of prolong that rum when that buff was still up, and then once the buff had gone away, the PA went back in and just blew them all up. So it got the Gyro, Lina, and the Sand King. Very nice fight right there.
It was the first display of the BKB, isn't it?
Yes, and that's the reveal, right? That's the big one.
All right.
Now Magic becomes super scary.
Yeah. So Heaven's Helmet on the Kunkka right now, and that's going to be a pain in the butt, isn't it, for the Phantom Assassin.
Yeah.
And this time, I think, all the past 3 times that the Phantom Assassin has gone onto the Gyrocopter, I believe for all the deaths that he has gone, 3 deaths, right? Yep. It's because she went onto the Gyrocopter, and this is the first time she's taken the Gyrocopter down.
She's diving in.
Magic diving in, going for KJ instead, but she's dealing a lot of damage. She's going in for it to the Kunkka. Oh my goodness, that's so much damage. One more time. Is she going to clean him off? Yes!
They get it in with the
boat. It doesn't matter, the boat. And now, the Phantom, the Bruce Split is going to be popped as well.
The stolen Burrow Strike.
But the stolen Burrow Strike again is going to go forward. And then no vision again. Yeah, true side is too expensive. And they do take down the mid. Tier 1 Magic no longer has any more BKB. She's going to get stunned up in the end. Would it be able to take down Magic? Yeah, probably. But the Winter's Curse is going to dissuade that Magic going to blink away. My goodness. Sherry taunted into the Winter's Curse, going to be taking down Naomi. Naomi doesn't have so freaking low. But they're going to go onto bottoming instead. They're going to put up the Torrent as well as the missile. They're going to get her down. I think they're going to sacrifice her. Can she get the Storm out? She's going to slow them down a bit. She is pretty tanky. She's going to blink in a bit. She's going to blink away. Yes, she'll be just fine. And would you believe it?
Wow.
Only the Lina dies?
Yeah, X-Hate and NM both had to expend their buybacks coming back in, and they didn't get anything on the end of that. Right, so they need to get something out of this. Hang on, let me just see if is Roche up?
Right, yeah. I don't think Roche is up.
I don't think Roche is up either, yeah.
It's soon. 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
time.
okay. But, I mean, not in time of that buyback, right? That was a massive win for Asterisk, just pulling out. I mean, this is the power of the BKB. She has the damage items, the Battle Fury, the Desolator, and now the BKB lets her actually fight into these things. The Winter Wyvern, the curse has been on point, and Kimchi's been there just make the save. Save Magic. That's your whole thing right now.
All right, so every use of the BKB so far has been amazing, right? For Magic,
right.
Yeah, she's gotten something accomplished out of that. The first time, she got a triple kill, and then the second time she gets 2 buybacks out of that.
Yes. So okay, at this point of the game, it's 13-21, 1K net worth lead to Pacific Pink. Very even, right?
Very
what do you think the win
even.
probability is?
Don't
choose.
Oh, okay. So we've got to bet this one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I'm supposed to be supporting Pacific Pink. Okay. Let me think. Okay, I'm gonna say it is 56% in, okay, no, 60% in favor of, okay, never mind, let's hold that thought because they just found the gyrocopter who just wandered too far into the neighborhood, not able to get anything out right now. There's going to be a very dead gyrocopter, wards and all that drop for her. Now they're going to go and sit for Naomi. Naomi's going to be easy pickings. Now Magic chasing under the high ground, going to find Naomi, the Hex up as well, and he's going to be leaving her for dead. Yeah, there's nobody coming into the vicinity to save her. And Roshan is not quite up yet, 40 seconds more. Oh no, such bad timing.
Why would you go uphill blind? You have no vision on that high ground.
I don't understand.
That was a complete misplay by Sherry. That was a positional thing. This is not where, this is where the cores in most games are like, hey, supports, why were you not there to back me up? It's like, hey, core, stop going uphill where we don't have vision. Right?
Oh, no.
This is a positional mistake. This is a massive mistake by Sherry.
Okay, back to the DOTA buff thing, right?
Okay, yes.
So I will say now, it's probably 70% in favor of Asterisk.
I think it's like 63%. I think it's higher, but I think I'm going to go 63 right now.
All right,
in favor
so
of
let's just check.
What the?
60, what the?
Boom!
On the dot!
Boom!
Actually, Oracle.
Oh,
it's Oracle your
I don't have
middle
DOTA
name?
Plus Premium,
Yeah.
but, you know,
It
I'm
doesn't
just
matter,
a pleb,
right?
right?
I think, I mean, it might have been just luck, but you know.
Oh, what? I was on point. In Price is Right, I would have won everything, okay? I'm just saying. I don't even know if do you know that game?
Yes,
Price is Right?
yes.
Okay.
I'm
All
not
right.
that old.
Okay.
I'm not that young, I mean.
You're not that young.
I'm not that
yes.
young, sorry. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad we're in the same boat still, and you haven't come in
Alright,
boomer
so
yet.
they're going to be going on towards Roshan, but Roshan is dropping very low. It looks like this is going to be a very tense standoff. They're
gonna
going
be
to
fast. It's
trying
fast
to take
enough.
this off. There are no wards, actually, remember. NM goes forward first, gets stunned onto 2, but the Winter's Curse is going to go onto both, but the boat is going to go down. And in the end, Magic has the Aegis. It goes down to the it goes down to the die, and NM now caught in a little bit of a problematic situation, and the Sentries drop as well against 2C NM, and now Magic is being controlled up a little bit. She doesn't have BKB anymore. She does still have the Aegis. The boat's going to be dropped down on top of her, as well as the Magic Missile. She's still hitting. She is still healing as well. And it looks like the Sand King might be going down immediately in the end. I'm not very sure. Yes, okay, Magic, the Aegis is popped in the end. And it looks like the rest of the Radiant will be going on to the other heroes right now. They don't have the Shaman already. Shaman has already died. She doesn't have buyback. Oh no, it's Kimchi going down as well. And she will buyback immediately going on to the game. KJ still living on a sliver of health. And it looks like Magic. Oh
they
no,
got her.
she's not going to be able to go down. And that was the Aegis expanded as well. And it's going to be a buyback from the Winter Wyvern. What a fight coming out from Pacific Pink.
Wow. That was really, really back
It's
and forth.
actually
That
not
was super
the end
close.
of it. I think they'll be chasing for Bada Bing still. The Wisp homing missile is onto her. She's pretty fast. I'm not sure she's going to be fast enough. Nah, they're not going to die for this. Are you sure? We saw some fountain diving, in the previous games. So
one thing though is that Kimchi's Winter's Curse actually locked in three of the heroes, right? Bought him enough time for Magic to kill Roshan, pick up the Aegis, and to fight. Aurora, on the other hand, had stolen the boat, got the rum buff on Magic to sustain that a little bit longer. That said, Gia got blown up. Winter Wyvern got blown up as well. She had to buy back. And Magic, in the end, there's just too much sustain, and then she lost it. So now a buyback from Magic.
And now Bada Bing going in, pops the BKB as well, going on to X8. Well, she is dusted up. No, she's not dusted up at all. She's actually Glimmered Cape. And they will back off. I think they'll be quite happy having forced that buyback from Magic.
Yeah, you force the buyback from Magic, that's fine. Bada Bing wasting that BKB, that might come back to haunt them.
Do you think she should just have jumped in and BKB immediately, or sort of like baited it out?
You gotta bait. Yeah. No. See, here's the thing: is that you have 2,500 life. You can take some hits, right?
Yeah.
You want them to focus you. If you
and
cast a
evasion
BKB,
as well, isn't it?
nobody hits you.
All right. Okay. So Jai's gonna get a hex immediately onto the Sand King. Sand King's gonna still get a stun onto 3. My goodness. Okay, but in the end, they drop the Winter's Curse. It looks like they'll be taking down the Avalon in the end, but no, borrowed time is being procced. That's not the hero you really want. Winter's Curse up. Magic is still doing a lot of damage. She does have the Satanic as well as the Cheese. She's gonna try to take down NM. But she no longer has the BKB. Magic is gonna pop Cheese. Okay, that's gonna get out of this too.
She's got Glimmer.
Well. She's got Glimmer as well. She's gonna be able to get out of there, but they're still chasing. They're gonna go after Kimchi. Kimchi the heal is not gonna work, but the Xbox spot is onto Magic. Oh no, Magic
Oh,
Will you be able
no,
to live after
Magic.
this? No, the stun. She's going
Oh,
to be able
she
to get out. She
blinks
blinks out
away.
to the top. There's a homing
with the
missile onto
missile.
her as well. Will she be able to stay alive after this
Micro.
200 goal?
Oh, 88 life. That was as close as it got. Wow, 88 life. Just had the sliver of life. Okay, so Kimchi was trying to do some body blocks, trying to create a little bit of space. Magic with quick fingers was
How
able
do
to
you
blink
block
away.
missiles with your body?
No. From the she was blocking people.
From people,
the missile
okay.
though was being focused
yeah.
by the team and all the little rulings, right? That was very, very close. Magic died. She had what? She did buy back, so she has nothing. She is the win condition for Pacific Pink in the sense of if they kill her one more time, this game is over.
That's right. So you've got to focus on to Phantom Assassin. My goodness, what a game this has been. All right.
Very back and forth. This is
yes.
exactly what we wanted, right?
Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted. I mean, look, 18 to 23. It looks like
Yeah.
Asterisk is in the lead here, right? They kind of were, but it looks like Pacific Pink have grappled that back, that kind of that lead that Asterisk might have had, from that BKB spike. All right, so the Badaming going forward again, going to get some stuns up onto there. Okay, so 2-man stun actually, so that's kind of nice. But Aurora not really able to do anything. Disarm onto the PA. Was she able to lift up? No, she lifts up the creep again and drops it down.
The Laguna.
Okay, but the Laguna Blade is going to do a lot of damage, but not enough to take down Badaming.
She got the steal. Aurora got
she
the
steal
Laguna.
again. Laguna again, with the Aghanims, by the way.
Oh, it's a better Lina than Lina.
It's a better Lina than Lina. No cast time, right?
Yes, it's so good.
Yeah.
She does have blink, and so now we're starting to see the effect of Rubik. She's still playing from far away though.
Right? She's got the Aghanim Scepter, so that's why it's a lot more helpful. But it seems like things are going to reset. They don't seem to want to push up high ground anymore, even though they've taken the tier 3. They probably want to get the shrine and what next? Roshan again?
Yeah, they haven't taken the shrines. I don't know why.
This shrine has been, they fought around it for a while.
Yeah,
they wanted to take
but you
it.
take it because it's huge because
And
they can
this
TP
is
there.
the one that
the
allows
heals.
them to get to Roshan, as you
Yeah,
did. So.
you're setting yourself up for the future by just denying those sort of objectives, right?
All right.
So, okay.
Okay, so do the buff again. Let's go back to this.
Ooh.
You were on the dot the last time. Like, perfect.
I'm going to go 66% in favor of Pacific Pink. I think it ties a shit too.
No way, dude.
68.
68%.
Well, I was
is
66. That's not bad.
No, you said 6% in favor of...
Of Pacific Pink.
Oh, wait. Oh,
That's exactly what I said.
I had 6%, so I was thinking 56. all right. 66. That's pretty good. 66. All right.
I
so
am on
Gene,
point. How dare
with
you.
the predictions. All right.
How dare you.
Okay.
What's your social media?
What's my social... Holler TV.
It's Ashley Rito wrong is more like it.
Fun fact is that actually for Yahoo, right? Somebody,
Yeah.
I think somebody actually typed that into my caster tag.
Oh, really?
That it's actually Ashley Rita wrong.
Okay, well, I did not see that. Okay,
then-
I'm just saying.
yeah.
In this case, I think that you.
something two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Insert that here.
All right, Sherry moving on bravely onto the high ground, attacking the melee rage, the melee barracks, and Asterisk, do you want to defend this? Yeah, Badaming goes
hard.
forward, immediately tries to slow down Sherry, but Sherry is chunking into the racks, does have the backup of her teammates behind her, and they will back off again.
Yeah, I mean, no real creeps.
Yeah, right, Ja, okay, I think she's doing the ratting again, right? Oh, she was going to catch off X-Hit, but Ja is going to be able to BKB, but it's taken down immediately by X-Hit. Alright, it looks like another fight will be breaking off here because Aurora is going to try to chase down, but here, but you really want to get the
Cyclone?
You want to get Naomi? I don't know. You don't get the Cyclone off. Instead, it will be on the other direction. Your Magic will be returning, and that'll be the end of it. Rubik's stole call down. Yeah, that was Rubik's call down actually.
Right. One thing that we haven't talked about is the fact that Sherry had actually picked up the MKB. So obviously that's why PA's been getting blown up. Rocket Barrage, Isolator. I mean, you're doing a lot of work. So, I mean, that actually affects the Brewmaster as well, right? With all of his evasion, you're just shooting right through it. He's not as tanky as he once was. Nice item pick by Sherry there.
All right, so do they want to go for Roshan soon? Roshan is going to be up in about 1 minute's time.
Yeah.
So that might be the call for them here, but they are still pressuring the lane. They put the Lotus Orb onto Sherry, and they're going to be hitting onto the racks right now, and the racks are just going to melt immediately. Oh my goodness, and Asterisk, without their Shaman, they don't think they can defend this, and they would just, hope that the last lane of racks is going to be the one that carries them through to the game, so that they can actually, move on to the base. But Sherry, completely fearless onto the high ground, is going to be chomping down onto the mid-tier 3. Mid-tier 3 is incredibly strong. The glyph is going to be popped. It's going to dissuade them a little bit, I suppose. Badaming goes forward, gets stuck. There's a clap on the two of them. The cooldown is being put down, and then by the Rubik, of course, it's going to deal not too much damage, honestly. And now Sherry, Magic comes in, goes to Sherry. Sherry goes down immediately. Oh my goodness, she didn't have the BKB instead. She's not able to be saved. And now she goes instead for the Lina, immediately taking down her into 2 hits. Now she go instead for an X for Naomi. Naomi is the easy kill. You know what? It doesn't matter. Oh my god, triple kill. Let's go for her. Go for X hit instead. X is gonna pull out the pull out the boat instead. And now Magic coming in. She's gonna get disarmed instead, but it doesn't matter. But Ghost Ship Fleet here. X hit trying to play around the thing and give it to Magic. Come on. Oh no, it doesn't go to Magic.
You got
it goes to
4
Kimchi.
for nothing without your shaman. You totally Magic. You got on the entire flank Sherry, blew her up before she could even BKB anything, before her team could react. Everybody was so focused on the bada bing, on the Brewling, just trying to do as much damage as she could. This is a perfect way you play the Brewmaster, right? Where you attract a lot of the attention, and then on the back end of this, your core gets blown up by the PA, and now it's looking like Asterisk completely turned this around. It looks like they have a huge advantage as they're pushing mid now.
All right, so... what a topsy-turvy game this has been.
Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted, though, right? Like, Asterisk, Pacific Pink, really back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, this is as close as it's going to get.
Yeah, this is super close. Like, I think I want to see the graph at the end of this game. It's going to be like, you know, basically somebody who created, who was doing Roller Coaster Tycoon and wanted to do like 100 nausea.
I just want to do the triple barrels.
Yeah, but I just want the 100 nausea. That's an actual goal, I think. That's an actual record, like one of the quests. Alright, Bada Bing will be the one actually hitting down. Remember that she hits quite hard. Ja has dropped the wards at bot lane out here, but it's not going to be able to take down any of the racks at all. So they're going to distract here. Should they have focused instead?
Yeah, I think they should have focused. I think that was a bad call.
Yeah.
I mean, you push down both, but the thing is, that was without your creep wave bottom, right? So the wards, the towers are just going to kill the wards very quickly. I think that you could have gotten something a little bit more in terms of the mid lane, which is something I think they need to prioritize. Because if you win that one team fight and you're behind, you can go straight mid. You need to clear the easiest path, so to speak, to the Ancient, and that's obviously through mid.
Through mid, yeah. Okay, so slightly questionable plays, but now Roshan number 3. Is it the third one?
This is, I believe it's third 3, because they had the cheese in the last one, right?
Yeah. Okay, and look, this one is going to have an Aghanim Scepter.
And a Clarity nearby.
And a Clarity, that's right. So, you know, in case you spend a lot of mana trying to kill Roshan, right? So you just want to go for... Alright, looks like this is going to be another big Roshan fight to smoke up from the Dire. They're going to go forward. Bada Bing is the first one forward. They're going to find the Sand King in the background. Now Bada Bing, come on, bait up more spells. She's going to go forward, and she's going to she's going to pop the BKB in the end, but she's going on to kind of the wrong hero again. She's going on to X-Hit instead. Bada Bing has taken down, not able to get off the split at all, my goodness. And it looks like they're going to try to save Ja instead, but Ja, Naomi is going on to Ja, but she pops the BKB. So we'll look at this side here. Magic is dropping very low. Oh no, the BKB, she's stunned up. Oh no, she's going to be taken down in the end, but she does have a buyback actually. Oh my goodness, they're going to go forward, and I think Roshan is open for the taking for the Radiant, unless they want to buy back and try to contest this. I'm not sure, but NM is going to be chasing after Ja. Ja is going to TP away. Will she be able to get back? No, the X marks the spot.
No
it's
X.
Not under it. No, X hit for it, right?
Okay.
Did she see it?
I don't think she saw it. I mean, she let it go, right? But the thing is that the fight, Magic completely got isolated. She was by herself. The Winner's Curse normally would have saved her, but the thing is that all of the team on Pacific Pink have BKBs. So they're totally immune by that. They're not affected by that. So everybody was just blowing up Magic, and it looks like they're going to be a free Roshan. Magic just saving her buyback for that one last penultimate fight.
All right, Aghanim Scepter. Who does it go to?
Probably Sherry.
Thanking?
I think they're trying to figure it out right now.
Sherry has a Aghanims already.
Yeah. No. Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking Aegis.
Right.
Sanking, I think. Oh, no, they're giving it to...
Kunkka?
Who has... No,
wait,
not
no.
Kunkka.
The Aegis goes to Kunkka. Then who has
wait. NM?
Wait. Then who has the Aghanims? Oh, Abaddon?
Yeah.
Oh, the
that's
AoE miscoil.
For the record, I don't think this Agate is that good.
Okay,
I played it before.
we will see in action.
The reason being is that you have to trigger borrow time for the miscoil to happen.
So you just have to press R.
You press R once, but the thing is that then you have no second life.
Okay.
Right? You're very, very isolated and you can die. Right?
Alright, let's see if they can force the buyback from Magic. Yeah, Magic does immediately buyback. Bada Bing goes in, but pops the BKB immediately. That's not going to soak up a lot of damage. She goes on to Sherry, but Sherry doesn't care. Sherry just goes immediately from the right side. That's Mega Creep for the Radiant right now. They're going to be able to take down the Dire at the end. Sorry, the cheese goes off immediately on Sherry. They're not able to take out right now. Abaddon gets blown up immediately in the background, but it doesn't matter. The Winter's Curse is huge. It's controlled up right now, but you know they're stacked on top of each other, and Magic's going to get out of there. The Epicenter is going to take down Magic in the end. Die back on her as well as Bada Bing, and it looks like to be good game. Well played.
Wow.
The very first
Well
game
played.
ever.
Well played.
Pacific Pink taking a game off Asterisk.
They're moving on. The guaranteed top 2 at this point. Very well played by
Never been
Pacific Pink.
seen before in the history
Right.
of FSL Dota 2. Right,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
particular season here.
No, that was the thing, is that they had a great laning phase. They got themselves in a position to win. They actually drafted heroes that were going to do late game, and they can survive that thing, right? Previously, they were all about the CK. They were kind of doing like this mid thing, and they were kind of hamstringing themselves. They got into the point now where they can win this game. It was just a matter of those couple good team fights that they had. Really back and forth game. 49 minutes. I mean, you're down in kills, and you pull out the win against Asterisk. Very well played by Pacific Pink.
Want to take a look at the graphs?
Yeah, of course. Woo! This roller coaster.
Down, up,
That's
down,
my,
up,
yeah.
down, up,
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
up,
that's my
down.
blood pressure. This is literally my blood pressure. I don't know if this is part of the
Honestly,
game, but it's part
if
of
you're
my blood
looking
pressure
at
right
this, this particular part down here, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous.
now. Wow.
The 3-2-2, the 6-4-4s, and I don't know what comes after that.
I don't even know.
I can't math enough.
Very well played. I mean, that was what we're talking about. If we could see the win right now, we could see the Pacific Pink. This is kind of the best part about having these LANs, right? We get to see them live and how they're celebrating and how happy they are.
Yeah.
And like you can hear them cheering. I mean, we do have a crowd as well, but these ladies are loud.
These are, I mean,
They're passionate about Dota, right?
Yeah, very passionate about Dota for sure. And look at Sherry dealing 43k damage here. That's
Yes.
a mean amount of damage for that gyrocopter here. And Magic, a little bit uncharacteristic, farmed very well, but not as much damage as she normally deals. I feel.
I mean, it really comes back to those couple of team fights that they had. Magic was kind of isolated at points, not being able to control some of the cores that were just laying into her, especially with Sherry. Sorry, if we look at the MKB that she had,
Yep.
like, I mean,
When did she get the MKB
like she
actually?
yeah, that one, and the fact that X-Hate had the halberd to kind of just stop the damage of Magic altogether. Like, all of these things were just focused on stopping Magic. This is the problem with a 4 Protect. One is that if you put all of your eggs in that one basket and that basket, so to speak, is stopped, you're going to suffer, right? And so that's kind of why you needed a second core, in my opinion, something that's a little bit better than a Rubik, right? And I think that comes down to the draft phase. Now, Asterisk is completely not out of this tournament.
No,
they have more.
for sure.
They got to fight a little bit harder now.
Yeah.
They got to go into
They've just got to play a little bit more games,
Yes, they're going to fight in the loser bracket final, which is going to come up later in the day. We're going to get into that soon, but we're going to have a best of one between the team 3 and 4, which is going to be Frosty Fire and Brand Esports Elite. That's going to be a nail biter as well. That's going to be coming at 12:30. Now, I believe that we're going to have an interview coming up shortly, but before we do that, any other thoughts, so to speak, in this game?
Crap, I had something actually, but I completely forgot.
Sorry.
Right, but I think it goes back to the draft here, right? Where Magic basically, we talked about why would they pick a PA when, look at all the heroes here, it's actually pretty hard to go on. You can't go on the Kunkka, you can't go on the Gyrocopter. You don't really want to go on the Abaddon sometimes.
Yes.
Sand King is also, has the Sandstorm, which is kind of annoying, so maybe you kind of leaner about thereabouts, but it's honestly not the best PA game.
Agreed.
I think if she had gone for maybe a Juggernaut here, that would have been a lot better for sure. So yeah, PA was just not the best pick, I feel.
I agree. You needed another core. Bada Bing, I mean, everybody was like control, kind of all of that. But once the BKB started popping out with almost everybody on Pacific Pink, it was very difficult for them to engage in these sort of team fights.
They don't have any other physical damage other than Magic.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right.
A couple other things is there was the one where she was kind of pushing bottom and then she popped the BKB. She got chased by the Kunkka,
Yeah, she got chased by Kunkka, she
right?
popped the
And
BKB.
she died, right?
Yeah.
Like that level, I mean, yeah, it's great that you're split pushing, but the thing is that at some point you need to kind of stop because that actually cost them the bottom racks as they were able to push that.
They could have taken one full lane of racks, right? For that.
Right? And so they lost all of that. And that was because they couldn't fight 4v5. They ended up fighting at the top lane, but at that point, Jiao was dead, right? So you got to put yourself, you got to kind of balance the risk versus reward thing. Understanding split pushing is great, but if you see anybody, you got to tuck tail and run. You got to get out of there.
Yeah.
You got to be doing it from more of the trees, and you can't just be out in the open right where she was standing. And so she got caught out. A little bit of a misplay on that one.
Yeah. So, all right. That was pretty much, I think, our longest game, right? So far, in fact. That was a 49-minute game. It was really very, very close. Like, honestly, you might think like, okay, we talk about the graphs being like up and down, all over the place and all that kind of thing. But really, I think both of these teams are super incredibly well matched. And it may have uncharacteristically been a draft issue.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever said this of Asterisk that they have had a draft issue, honestly.
Yeah.
I always like the drafts. I can see where they're going with it, and you know the synergies that each of the heroes have with each other, or the fact that the heroes are counter to the enemy's heroes instead.
Yes.
But in this case, like we could clearly see, like, hey, Magic, it's a hard PA game. Rubik, you've got good spells to steal, but how much?
Yeah.
How much impact
Yeah.
can you really have,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
ultimately on a as a Rubik versus what will be considered a pretty hard carry in this gyrocopter Kunkka duo here.
Right. So I guess moving forward, though, we see the power of Sherry's gyro. We see the power of X hates Kunkka. We've been seeing that throughout. Do you ever respect ban those things now?
I think that the thing is that Pacific Pink are known to play a lot of different heroes. So even if you ban out the Kunkka as well as the gyrocopter, I don't think it was necessarily the hero that won them the game.
Okay.
I think it was their playstyle.
Okay.
But I think for Asterisk, the thing that lost them the game was probably the heroes.
Yes.
And the playstyle, you see.
Right.
Like Jia doing the split pushing, but you know the risk, like what you mentioned, the risk versus reward thing was just not as good.
Yeah.
Magic, you know, trying to go onto the gyrocopter without her BKB, and then eating, you know, a full rocket barrage to her face.
Right. Another thing to take note of now is that this is the first time Asterisk has lost.
Yeah,
right?
the very first
How are they
time.
mentally? You know what I mean? Like, oh, now we got to fight in the losers bracket. Like, they thought, oh, this is easy going. I'll just show up, and then it's a matter of, you know what I mean, me just picking up the wins, right? But now that they're put into a precarious position of being in last, like in the lower bracket final now, so now you need to fight in these best of threes, you know, moving forward. You need to kind of get your head in the game. You face your first loss. This is pretty massive, right? This is where
it is pretty massive.
Where SCA gets really toxic, right?
Okay, so you know what? Never mind about toxicity. We're going to be hearing from KJ, okay, the position 4 player here from Pacific Pink, and she will basically tell us what it's like to be the first team to take a game of Asterisk. To you, Shufe.